Now today's upgrade, we are going to change the way that we carry our bikes. In the past, when we went camping and want to take the bikes, this is how we did it. The Outback cargo carrier. This thing is beefy and can take some abuse, and it did. When you add the bicycle option up front, it will haul 3 bikes without a problem. What the problem is when you get to the campsite and you don't want the bikes on the back. You got to pull them off, you got to pull that heavy thing out, find a place to put it, and then when you want to use the bikes, you got to put it back in, put the bikes back on. It's just full timing, that's not going to work for us. So we decided that we're going to upgrade to this, the Swagman XC2 Bike Rack. This is going to make life a lot easier. We decided we're just going to keep the bikes on the back of the RV. That way there, if we get someplace and we're not going to use the bikes, we don't have to worry about taking them off the Jeep, going to do whatever we're going to do, come back, put them back on the Jeep because that's where we haul them. But if we are going to use them, it will be easy to switch from the RV over to the Jeep because this rack is a heck of a lot lighter than the Outback is. Now, in order to do that, we needed a new dual drop hitch, which is right here, and we needed a hitch extender for the Jeep to get it past the spare tire. So let's put it together and see how it looks.
These are all the pieces that are needed to put this together.
All right, step 1 to assemble it, we have to pull the arms down. So you want to pull this pin out, pull the arm down, make sure the pin goes back in and is fully seated. Want to do the same with out the other side. Sorry, it's a real bad camera angle. Put the pin back in.
And we also have a neighbor mowing, so.
Yes, we do. Then you want to take the wheel holders, 2 per side. Solid pieces up. You want to slide it on. Take the other one, same way, but for the opposite side naturally. Slide it on. We're only going to temporarily install these right now. So take the screw, get it set in there, washer, and the screw cap. You'll get these to size once you put the bikes in, but for right now we're just going to start them.
Repeat the process on the other side.
Yep. The next step is to put these set screws in each side.
So that the tire holding can't fall off.
Yep. Okay. All right, the next step is we're going to install the hooks. Now, I don't know, can you see that on the camera? It's right along there. And what they're going to do, if you look, that's the best way to do this without breaking the camera. See the teeth on there? Can you see the teeth? Those are what ride in those notches. Now here, when you want to move it up and down, you just squeeze in and move them up and down. So, we're going to put one for each bike, of course. So this one here we're going to put on first. It's the longer one. Just slide it down anywhere. And then the shorter one will be on this side. Again, slide it down so it stays.
One for each bike.
All right, the last thing to do is put the universal foot onto it. This will end up going into the hitch. And the Allen wrench, clockwise. The bike rack is assembled. It was that simple. Now, compared to the Outback cargo carrier, this is a lot easier to handle.
Yes, so.
So much easier. Now, when we bought Maggie, she was a lot higher than our Class C, and we were towing our Jeep Libby. So we needed to go with a 4-inch drop receiver, which is right there on the left. When we got the Wrangler, it was 2 inches higher, but I didn't want to spend the money for a 2-inch drop hitch for 2 inches when it worked fine on the 4. So now that we're doing it this way, it gave us a good opportunity though to get a 2-inch. We went with the dual drop hitch. One side is 4-inch, the other side is 2-inch. So we're gonna put the Jeep in the 2-inch and we're gonna put the bike rack in the 4-inch. So it has clearance above the surge brake. So we'll show you how this all sets up now. So we mounted the Swagman into the 4-inch rise, which it is now because it's upside down. But when you first put it in, see how flimsy it fits? That'd be terrible going down the road. So they give you these bolts that take care of that vibration and wobble. You just stick it in, just tighten it down, Use a 3-inch socket or inch to tighten it. See how it's straightening itself right out? And put the pin in, just as safekeeping. And now, see how much that tightened it up?
Oh, that tightened it up
A lot
nicely.
better. Well, the only vibration you're seeing now is from here into the actual tow hitch itself. All right, let's get the bikes and put them on. All right, before we get started, for those of you keeping score, yes, we did switch these two around. The long one is now in the back and the shorter one is up front. The reason we did that is because we'll be loading one bike on the back first. And if you did that, well, this wouldn't come down any because this one's in the way. So we also set these back 2 inches on each side. That way there, it should keep the bikes balanced, and then we'll just adjust for the other 2 tires. So, put it in. Now I want to check and see. Okay, when that's there, that's not going to be a problem. So this here could probably come back just a little. These will fit 20 to 29 inch tires. You want to make sure that they are actually sitting in there. So this is good. So I'm going to tighten it down. Now if you carry just your bikes, put them in the same position every time, you only have to make this adjustment once. Now the thing that we really like about this bike rack, besides the fact it's a heck of a lot lighter, is the ratcheting action on these handles. Just bike's going nowhere.
Nice.
Now my bike is a little bit different. It's from 1994 when Cheryl and I were serious mountain bikers. It is a Y-frame, Trek Y11, but it does have a different sort of frame than hers. So just to show that this bike rack does cater to all sorts of frames. This is off. Put that on. So with that being on, the bikes are going nowhere.
That's beautiful. So we have everything hooked up, and we have a GoPro on the Jeep to see how the bikes do while it's driving. So you can see this turn. That's a tight turn. I think they're going to be fine. Okay, we are back. Everything worked perfectly, so now we're going to disconnect the Jeep and put the bikes on the back of the Jeep.
Now normally we stow this, it hooks into itself. This here hooks onto this here, but as you can see, there's too much stuff in the way. But we did discover if we bring it to the side and then flip it up, hey, there you go.
Stowed away.
Not a problem at all. Before we switch the bike rack over, just want to let you know we do have a hitch extension coming out of the back of the Jeep, as we showed you at the beginning. We had a 12-inch in there, and well, it's just too long. So we got an 8-inch.
That is the difference between the 8-inch extender and the 12-inch extender.
You may think we're taking the bikes off too, but you'd be wrong. Come on, hon. It's a lot less weight than the Outback was. So grab hold of the wheel thing, slide it out. Okay. See what I'm talking about? This makes life a lot easier than it was the other way. A bit more. Okay. All right, in order to fold this up, 2 ways it will fold. You pull this pin on the bottom of the upright, hold it down, either way. When it's down, just pop the pin right through. That way there, that will hold it down so it won't bounce all over the place if you're driving with it down. The other way that it works, pull this up, put the upright back upright. Pull the pin on this side, it will fold up this way. Take the pin, put it back into the hole. That will maintain that from falling. Same on this side. Put it up, pin in, and those won't fall anywhere now. Depends which way you want to do it.
We bought this bike cover, and it had really good reviews on Amazon. And to prove it, We drove 900 miles from New Hampshire to Indiana with it.
Yeah, most of the covers that we read on Amazon were not, the reviews stunk. But this one here is held up great. And look, you can still see all of the brake lights too, so it doesn't even get in the way of that.
We'll have this and everything else that we used for this bike rack setup in the description box below.
All right, there you go, our review on the Swagman XC2.
Two bikes.
Meaning two bikes. Do we like it? Yeah. So, over the Outback was great for cargo, and I mean, we beat the heck out of that thing, but this here is a lot lighter. What we did from there to here, we would have never been able to do with that.
This is definitely more portable.
Yeah, definitely more portable. So other than that, I guess if you like this video, you can let us know by giving us a thumbs up, because we do appreciate when you do that. You can also, right down there in the corner, hit that button if you haven't subscribed to us. Once you do, there'll be a bell. Hit the bell and you'll be notified every time we put a video up. Other than that, feel free to share this video and comment on it.
Right down there.
Because until we do another one, I'm Chuck.
And I'm Cheryl.
We're GetGonewithUS.
Bye.
Hey, let's get going.